news again coming in moments ago. Kevin Durant heading to the Golden State Warriors. How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it. It's not that he's leaving Oklahoma City. If you're not happy there and you want to move on and you want to grow as a player, there's nothing wrong with that. He's one of the top 3 players in the world. He's a quintessential superstar. He deserves all the credit in the world for the talent that he possesses. But the flip side is this. They were up 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals. Not 1, not 2, but 3 different times. He was 48 minutes removed from getting to the NBA Finals by winning the Western Conference. 3 times he failed, particularly in Game 6. And you depart for the team that beat you when you're on the cusp of getting to the finals yourself or ultimately winning the championship?
Well, yeah. I made a change. If you watched the last video I posted, you know that I was struggling with figuring out exactly what I wanted to do and what decision I wanted to make moving forward with my team. The comment section had mixed opinions, as some people were saying to work it out with my team and other people were saying to hit the road and get on the best team possible. I completely understand both sides of the token and I took it all into consideration. I do truly feel like I'm one of the best players in the world, and unfortunately, my opinion can only go so far. The awards, the accolades, the money and tournaments won is truly what matters in the sport. Even just the public's opinion aside, everybody could think that I sucked, but all I've ever cared about since I was a little kid is winning. I am the most competitive person you will ever meet. I don't care if we're playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. My job is to win. I have been taught that since a young age, and I've embodied that my entire life. It took me a long time to figure out what the move I was going to make was. And to be completely honest with you, even now, I still know that no choice I made was going to be perfect, and if I even made the right one. Am I quitting on my team too soon? Am I making a decision too fast? Are we going to wake up tomorrow and decide that we want to care again? Or are we going to stick to these same habits and am I going to waste more time? You never truly know. The way I currently feel right now is exactly how it felt when KD left to go play with Golden State. KD spent 9 straight years in Oklahoma City, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, getting to the finals and losing over and over again does a different type of toll on your mental. Even though it's only been a few months, I feel like I've been playing with this team for a few years. And even with all this said, we still have an opportunity to win 2 finals, heading into the Dunk League playoff finals and still in MPBA playoffs. Yet here I am, making decisions that may completely alter those results. And I tried to keep it on the low, to keep all the distractions out the way and let my team know that all I'm focused on is winning. But when the news broke, we were put in a tough situation where it looked like I was conspiring behind their back. I had mentioned to my team that I was going to finish these last 2 leagues and then I was going to be done and take my talents elsewhere. But they had no idea where I was going or if I was actually going to go through with it. A lot of times people say things they don't mean. I mean, again, keep in mind, so many people have mentioned so many times that they were done or they were quitting or this was their last tournament, but majority of the time, nobody actually goes through with that. And of course, my teammates feel some type of way, and how couldn't they? Even though we didn't have the results we expected, everyone knows we're still one of the best teams on the game. That we were a few plays away in every series from being known as the best team on 2K. Since the news broke, man, naturally the vibe has just been off, and I completely understand it. It's kind of tough to play with somebody that you know doesn't want to play with you anymore. A lot of this game is about having the right vibes, about having people that are bought into a system and want to play with each other. And being that we were all kind of on the fence, and now that I'm officially going elsewhere, it's kind of thrown us off going into these finals. And trust me, it doesn't make it any easier when I know how good we could have been. I look at my old team like the Brooklyn Nets when they had Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. The biggest what-if team in NBA history. Ridiculous levels of talent, but we're just never able to string it all together and make it work. That's exactly how my former Pro-Am team ended up. And yeah, if you haven't figured it out already, I am going to Black Market to team up with Joe Knows, and we might make the deadliest duo in 2K history. I know there's going to be immense levels of win-now pressure with the move that I just made joining Black Market. After all, I'm going to a team that has already won 2 major events. They've had success. Teams can already not stop them. And adding one of the best scorers in the world to this already deadly lineup gives us no excuse or leeway to lose. We're going to have the biggest target on our back and people are going to be sitting around waiting for a moment of failure. The timing of all this, though, I personally feel couldn't be better. Black Market has recently endured their own struggles. After winning the first 2 major tournaments, they've fallen out of Dunk, LOA, and MPBA playoffs, so they're looking for a spark as well. Some new life breathed in, something to get them back to their winning ways. The 1-2 punch of me and Joe is a scary thought that I actually haven't even been able to fully wrap my head around. Joe has already been dominating with the lineup that he was currently running, and now you add me to take some attention away from the defense and open up the court even more, it's going to be something that's nothing less than unstoppable. Joe knows runs the 5-wide offense, so having me on one hash and then on the other hash, Bullet, who's also known as one of the best shooting guards in the game, it's going to be one of those things where if you leave either of us, you might as well put 3 points on the board. And you can't even forget about Swag Godly, who is easily the best offensive power forward on the game. 3 of the best shooters on 2K, giving Joe the most space, and with his creative mind, even more opportunities for more offensive sets to be run, creative play calls, and just ways in general to get the ball in the basket. Defenses were already struggling when they had a lock sitting hash, and now they have me sitting hash. I can only imagine the nightmares that defenses are going to have the day before loading up to play versus. On my old team, I was Batman. I was the alpha, I was the omega, I was the guy that called all the shots. It was my team, and win or loss, 9 out of 10 times, even if it wasn't my fault, people would go back and blame it on me. Even in the series where my point guard would go 3 of 10, 4 of 16, 4 for 18, people will walk away from those games and say that I needed to do more. It was my team and I had to be better. In this situation though, I am fully prepared and ready to embrace the idea of being a Robin. I'm the new kid in town. I'm the fresh face. These guys have been playing together. This is not my team. This is Joe's team. This is Bullet's team. This is Swag's team. This is Hoff's team. And this is Bauer's team. I'm not here to step on anybody's toes. I'm here to come in and do the best job that I could do at my role. I've been requested to come in and get this team back to its winning ways and take it even to the next level. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I know this is exactly how Kevin Durant felt when he went to Golden State. Having the opportunity to team up with Steph Curry, the best point guard in the world, was a no-brainer. But he definitely understood the ideologies that the fans were not going to be too pleased with it. They said that the Durant was a coward. He took the easy way out. He didn't win the right way. And I understand that no matter what I do here, it's going to be critiqued and broken down on unprecedented levels the exact same way it was for Kevin Durant. I know that when we win, my Pro-Am legacy is going to be looked back on and said that I couldn't win without them. And if we lose, oh me, oh my, I can't even imagine what's going to be said if we lose. I'm feeling like LeBron right now when he went to the Miami Heat, going to team up with some of the best players on the planet, and at the end of the day, I'm going there to win not 1, not 2, not 3. I think you get the idea.
Here to win championships. Not 1, championships.
Not 2.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.